All right, today we're going to break down a story from Furfuri Nagar that on the surface seems pretty simple, but trust me, it is packed with some classic chaos. It's a story all about cricket, friendship, and, well, a craving for food so strong it just completely derails an entire game. Let's get right into it.
I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? You're trying your best to focus on something important, but your stomach, it just has other plans. And that right there, that's exactly what sets the stage for the absolutely hilarious chain of events we're about to unpack.
But before we jump straight into the mayhem, we've got to set the scene. Every great story starts somewhere, right? And this one kicks off on a perfectly beautiful, peaceful day out on the cricket field. Yeah, you can almost feel it, can't you? The sun's shining, it's a perfect day for a friendly game of cricket in the one and only Furfuri Nagar. Seriously, what could possibly go wrong? Famous last words.
Okay, so let's get a quick look at our players on the field. First up, we've got Motu, our batsman, whose mind is, well, it's a little preoccupied. Then you have his best friend, the ever-watchful Patlu, hanging out with Dr. Jhatka. Ghasitaram is on the mound, winding up, ready to bowl a masterpiece. And then there's Inspector Chingum, just an innocent bystander trying to enjoy his day. Definitely keep an eye on him.
Now here's the thing. Every good story needs a conflict. But this one isn't really between the batsman and the bowler. No, it's happening right inside our batsman's stomach. And this is where things really start to get good. So as Ghasitaram is getting ready to make his pitch, Motu is just in a totally different world. He's not thinking about the ball, he's not thinking about hitting a boundary. No, he's thinking about something way more important. Samosas. And this really just says it all, doesn't it? On the field, you've got a cricket ball hurtling towards him. But inside Motu's head, it's a full-on battle between that ball and a steaming hot plate of crispy samosas. And let's be real, the samosas are totally winning.
And, well, this is exactly where it all goes sideways. I mean, when your focus is split like that, you are bound to make a mistake. But Motu, he doesn't just make a little mistake. Oh no, he creates a true masterpiece of chaos.
And just to make things even more dramatic, Ghasitaram isn't just tossing the ball up there. He unleashes what he thinks is a world-class delivery. So you've got this pro-level pitch coming in hot, and it's headed for a batsman who's basically just mentally ordering lunch. This is gonna be great.
Let's just break this whole disaster down in slow motion, shall we? First, you get this wild, desperate, samosa-fueled swing. Then, of course, comes the inevitable miss. The sheer momentum sends him stumbling off balance, and in all the confusion, his bat finally makes contact with something.
So who's on the receiving end of this clumsy, out-of-control swing? Of course, it's none other than our poor, unsuspecting Inspector Chingum. His hat just goes flying, and with it, any chance he had of a quiet, peaceful afternoon.
So, after all the dust settles and Inspector Chingum finally gets his hat back, what's the big takeaway here? What's the lesson? Well, let's take a quick look at the aftermath. You can always count on Patlu, the voice of reason, to just sum it all up perfectly. As he's laughing at the whole situation, he gives Motu that simple, timeless piece of advice. Focus on the game, not your stomach. I mean, that's pretty much the moral of the story right there. And really, in the end, that's what a day in Furfuri Nagar is all about. It's not always about winning or losing the game. It's about the friendship, the fun, the laughter, and of course, the hilarious chaos that just always seems to follow these guys around.
So that kind of leaves us with a question for you, Patlu's advice was simple, but pretty spot on. So we're curious, what's the best or maybe even the funniest piece of advice you've ever gotten in the middle of a game when your head was just somewhere else entirely?